Today, we'll be taking a look at a player who has superb NBA credentials, and even though he's won the NBA championship twice, he's more well-known for being LeBron's teammate. Not sure who we're talking about? Norris Cole, the 33-year-old from Ohio, has recently confirmed his move to a new team, the Atléticos de San Germán of the BSN. Let's find out more. First up, Cole signs for a BSN team. Norris Cole hasn't played in the NBA for many years, 5 to be exact, but that doesn't mean he hasn't been playing basketball at all. The point guard has been accumulating a wealth of experience playing basketball in lots of different leagues around the world and recently confirmed his move to the Puerto Rican basketball league, the BSN. It's a big move for the BSN as they've managed to convince a player of Cole's caliber, quality, and credentials to join their league. A 2-time NBA champion playing in the BSN must be the stuff of dreams for everyone involved. But Cole doesn't think he's above any team or league and has spent a good part of the last half-decade or more roaming around different leagues in the world because, at the end of the day, all he wants to do is play basketball. He was the 28th overall pick of the 2011 NBA draft, and after being picked up by the Miami Heat, Cole got lucky because he represented one of the best teams of all time. But more on his contributions later. The 2-time NBA champion will be plying his trade for Atléticos de San Germán, and it's a great opportunity for him to showcase his talents in another underrated league. Next, it's not a surprising move for Cole. Yeah, we talked about it before. It's not surprising to see the talented point guard sign for a lesser-known basketball league because his love for the sport transcends any other thing. In the last 7 to 8 years, Cole's been moving around the world playing basketball in many different leagues, and he's built up a diverse CV, which remains unmatched for the majority of NBA players, in particular NBA champions. After playing for the Heat for 4 years, Cole secured a move to the New Orleans Pelicans and stayed there for a year before signing up with the Shandong Golden Stars in the Chinese Basketball League. While his stats were impressive in China, things didn't work out for the 28th overall pick of 2011, and he was soon on his way back to the US as the OKC Thunder came knocking. Back in the NBA, Cole would have hoped for a bit of extra luck, but just couldn't replicate his old performances, and after an underwhelming stint with the Thunder, the guard decided to move to the EuroLeague. Maccabi Tel Aviv was the site that took a punt on him, and it paid off too, as he helped them win the Israeli League Championship in 2018 and made it 3 career titles. Europe was extra kind to Cole, as after his adventures in Tel Aviv, he secured a move to Sidigas Avellino of Italy, and then also spent some time with the Montenegrin team Budućnost Podgorica of the ABA League and the EuroLeague. Since then, the former NBA champion has gone on to play for Monaco, Asvel, Malaga, and most recently, JL Bourg of France. And now he's decided to return to the American continent. And a look back at his time with LeBron and the Heat. While Cole's career may not have taken off the way he imagined in the NBA, he still has memories and moments that many other players would give an arm and a leg for. Winning an NBA championship remains high on the priority list of every player that joins the NBA, but many people end their careers without winning one. Ask James Harden if he'd swap his MVP award for the championship, and we're willing to say that he'd definitely think about it, at least. And here, we've got a player in Norris Cole who had won not 1, but 2 championships. His career started off like the perfect fairy tale when Miami picked him up in 2011 as the 28th overall pick. Imagine playing 60 playoff games in your first 3 NBA seasons. That's truly impressive. Imagine beating the likes of KD and the Thunder to the title before winning the championship against Tim Duncan's Spurs. And he wasn't just there to make up the numbers. He played a solid part in both those wins. Playing alongside LeBron James isn't easy, not to mention Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, who were also a part of that glorious team, and as a rookie, the expectations were pretty high. But that didn't stop Cole from contributing in an important manner, and his efforts remained crucial in LeBron's glittering career as the 2 championships he won with the Heat added to his legacy. We're sure he would have received a thank you note from the King, but for now, Cole's sights are set on Puerto Rico, where the pressure will be a little less and he can enjoy playing the beautiful sport. In other news, starting with Victor Oladipo's revenge tour. Talking about unlucky career twists and turns, Victor Oladipo of the Heat has had a tough few years, but after 4 years and 2 knee surgeries, things are finally looking up for the guard as he gets ready following his first healthy offseason since 2018. Oladipo's career has been ravaged by injuries, and it was heartwarming to see the Heat give him another chance at the highest level after he re-signed with them. The 2-time All-Star has become a regular in the Heat's facility and has been working out with his former OKC Thunder teammate Russell Westbrook as he gets ready for his revenge tour. The 30-year-old added that he came up with this tag because he felt that the last couple of years had been really tough for him, and he had to go through a lot. He acknowledged that it wasn't only him who had struggled, but also his family and his team. Oladipo further added, "They messed up my surgery. I sat back, I tore my quad, I sat back, but now it's time to rise. I truly believe that." So that's the revenge tour. That's what it's all about. It clearly sounds like someone who remains focused on making his return successful and wants to make up for missed time, and we've got no doubt that he can reach those pre-injury levels again. Imagine the scene if he marks his return by winning the title. Next up, Warriors to face the Lakers on opening night. That's just evil from whoever decided the schedule, but the Warriors fans will be bursting with pride. Steph Curry and company will receive their rings in front of LeBron James and the Lakers as Golden State is set to host the Lakers on opening night of the upcoming NBA season. It's a huge honor for the defending champions, as they'll also have their ring ceremony on the opening night just before they host the Lakers, and it should give the Lakers some added motivation to ruin the party. At the same time, it's not like the Warriors aren't used to all this. Some of the players on their roster will be receiving their 4th ring in 8 years, and if that's not impressive, we don't know what is. As for the fans, it's the perfect way to start the new season, with a blockbuster game scheduled as the first one, and the competitive juices will certainly be flowing once the Lakers see the Warriors receive their rings up close. It should also spice up one of the best rivalries we've seen in the NBA, LeBron James and Steph Curry. Recently, though, both of them have spoken about the respect they have for one another, but we're sure all that will be forgotten when they take on each other on the opening night. The date is set to be the 9th of October, so note it down. You don't want to miss this one. Lastly, Jeannie Buss forgets LeBron. In a shocking turn of events, the Lakers owner Jeannie Buss was asked about the greatest player in NBA history, and she picked Michael Jordan as the GOAT over LeBron James. Of course, everyone gets to have their preferences in the eternal debate, and there's no right or wrong answer because there's very little to separate the GOATs, and it's almost unfair to say who actually is the GOAT. But for the Lakers owner to pick Jordan over James is something that could mean a lot more, if we're not reading too much into it. LeBron is the star of her team, and the Lakers are currently in a position where they need to convince the King to extend his contract and retire as a Laker, and it probably wouldn't bode well if she's declaring that the GOAT is MJ. But at the same time, let's not make it a big deal. We're sure LeBron's not losing any sleep over it. The fans, though, certainly are. Some Lakers and LeBron fans demanded an explanation for this pick, while others credited her for her honesty. What do you think about it? That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Cole had a successful NBA career? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.